Welcome, Forex fans. It's Rob here with Dune Spice Wars, and I'm happy to announce that Shiro Games and Explominate have partnered to show you version 1.0 coming out of early access for Dune Spice Wars. And from my time with the newest version, this version 1.0, I'm just really happy to see how well this game has come together, and it's just feeling really special. So I'm really excited to showcase it. I can't wait to dive in here, and we're going to play as the new house. So we're going to play the battle for Arrakis here, and you'll have to excuse me on some levels, right? I've played throughout early access, but the gameplay's changed a bit, and I know the meta has changed a bit too. So, but I know there was some concerns about House Ikaz and how it would fall into the gameplay, and I'm really happy to tell you that I think that it works really well, because the faction, the house, is clearly dedicated towards like a hegemony or political victory, and I think that's really cool, and it definitely feels unique. So I was really eager to see how they were going to ensure that each house felt asymmetric enough and unique enough to warrant multiple playthroughs. And I'm seeing that. So I'm really excited about that, because that's something that's really big to me. Anybody who knows me and has, heard me wax poetic about Forex games and also complained about Forex games will know that I'm really big into asymmetry. And I think House Ikaz is really Ikaz. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but they really seem to have their niche, and I really like it. It definitely feels like a unique experience. So with that being said, let's look over the faction bonuses. They have their surrounded neutral villages become sanctuaries that cannot be attacked by other factions, which I think is pretty awesome. They gain 1 authority production per sanctuary. Their villages adjacent to sanctuaries gain +1 instance of the village's traits, and then they cannot betray a faction in truce. So they're much more peaceful. I wouldn't say peaceful. Nothing's peaceful in Dune, but they are maybe less aggressive than other houses. And I think that their gameplay it feels really fun. So we're going to go ahead and choose them. And we can look more here too. So at 5,000 hegemony, a single Akazi village can be turned into a garden resort. And a single Akazi non-mechanical unit can be named champion, who raises hegemony by killing other faction units. And then at 10,000, it turns 0.2% of your hegemony into Solari production. And the first 50 votes placed on a resolution are free. So it's really great stuff. So we're going to go ahead and choose the easiest stuff, because of course I'm still learning this faction, and I don't want to, well, I mean, some people might want to see me lose, but I don't want to lose. So we're going to take Whitmore Blood, who can name a second unit champion of a different type, and military units start with 1 more experience level, which I think is a fantastic trait. And then Elisa Ikaz can use Landsrad immunity on a resolution to become uneligible, and gains 3 Landsrad standing upon building a masterpiece. So both pretty decent traits. In fact, all 4 of those traits are pretty good. Our settings are going to remain normal. We're going to leave on everything, and we're going to take this to normal. And I think that might mean that we might lose. I don't know. I haven't really played much normal. I've been playing easy to get to learn the game, and we'll see how it goes from there. So, all right. We've chosen our counselors. We've picked our settings. Everything is normal, and we're going to go ahead and start. So you have to forgive me, because I will be utilizing pause as often as I can, because I do want to take some time to think about what I'm doing and quite possibly avoid any sort of embarrassing failures here. So what I'll do first, of course, is the auto recon for the Ornithopter, and we'll go ahead and build a second one too. All right, and then I want to take a look at their military units. So we have Squire, which the special ability is that the target suffers a -4 armor. With Crusher, Musketeer, the target suffers +10% damage received, and our ranged attacks, melee attacks, only deal 50%. And then our Fencer, Deadly Dance, plus 200% attack speed when no ally units are close. So that's a big thing, right? If I'm just going to go ahead and build one unit, I feel like the fencer is going to be my main go-to right now because of the plus 200% attack speed. So we're going to go ahead and build a fencer, and we'll get those going. And hopefully we can quickly scout out some spice. That'll be our initial focus for sure. And there it is. All right. So
received.
Good stuff.
Find us new sparring partners. Our swords are light, but they cut all the same.
We'll actually hang out here on the border until we're ready to take this particular territory here. It's going to be just outside the missile range, I believe.
They will learn about panache.
But we're going to find out. Because we're going to take Ulha. And then what do we have here? We can scavenge the remains, send a military unit to investigate for 416 Solari. Not bad. So, assuming, hopefully, we win this battle. Let's see. Yeah, we're a little outside the missile range here, so we might need to train another fencer there. Because I don't think we're going to win this battle by ourselves. But it's possible. Even with the 200% increase, which means we're going to take out one. We're still going to lose the grand battle here. Alright, and we'll come back over here. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to utilize the defenses of foliage here. Foliage. Alright, so we got the Ornithopter here. We're going to go ahead and set them to auto recon as well. Auto recon. And we will get our spice factory up as quickly as possible. We should be able to win this battle pretty easily. Alright, what do we have here? So we have a craft spaceship so we can recover lost heirlooms. So the Landsrod standing is going to be good. Or we're going to have increased Landsrod standing. God. Those hard A's and easy A's are difficult to transition between. Alright, so extract the ship data. We can use Arrakis information agents to extract military development. Yeah, that would be cool too, but we don't have our agents yet. So let's come over here and see. We have water cell caravan, and then we have energy sources for fuel cell factories. We might take this one second. In fact, we will take that one second. So that way we can get our fuel cell factories up to speed. And then we'll see what's going on here. So we'll zoom out a little bit, see what's going on. So of course we have our energy sources there. Would love to find some plascrete. Alright, great. So we've taken the city, or this town I should say. And now we can look at our research. So composite materials is something I usually take just because I like the plascrete production. But let's look at other things too here. So we can also consider survival training to unlock military bases at our villages. And we can use local dialect for authority reduction in authority costs to annexing villages. And then we also get +1 water per controlled village. Our water is right there. So intelligence network getting the chosen result on the last. Yeah. So our recruitment speed for agents is really what we want. But honestly, I'm going to go with the composite materials because a lot of the village improvements are going to require some plascrete. So we want to get that going. All right. With that, of course, saying that now, I'm going to go ahead and take the refinery, drop it over here. And then we'll send you over here to grab this Solari. And then we'll come over here to take this so we can take the energy sources, and then we'll see what is this water cell caravan, and it's going to reveal Sage. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. I'm going to say Sage. If it's wrong, then tell me so. All right, so we'll get this. We're going to speed things up just a little bit. Nothing crazy. I know the early game's a little slow just because that's the way 4X games are. You got to start expanding out, grabbing your resources, taking the things you need. We've got our refinery being built, and We're almost about to gain this Solari that we want. So point of, okay, there we go. That's all right. We got it. We're gonna go ahead and take a resolve for the Solari. And let's hope that we're in missile range here, so we can actually take these out without the need for a second musketeer. Sorry, fencer. They have little fencing swords, and I just want to call them musketeers. All right, almost done with that. As soon as we can. Oh yes, very good. We're in missile range, so we'll be able to complete this without the need for a second fencer. All right, development research is done. So gain 100 Solari upon building a masterpiece. We're not quite there yet. +1 maximum crew and harvesters. That's definitely important, right? So we'll go ahead and take that. We want the additional spice. Oh no, it doesn't quite reach there. So hopefully the fencer, yeah, it looks like the fencer's gonna be able to finish them off. Very good. All right, and inactive harvester, we definitely don't want that to happen. Let's go ahead and toggle on the auto recall, and we'll deploy. And as soon as we can, we'll add crew. Like add additional crew. All right, so let's take this. Let's annex it. And we have our spice being harvested, which is good, of course, considering how important spice is. And let's look to here to, oh, there we go. So allows for the construction of processing plant. We might want to take this one next. Ooh, I didn't see that though. Minerals, Plascrete Factory. We are almost absolutely going to take this one next, actually. So let's go ahead and drop. There is a musketeer. That's why I wanted to keep calling it musketeers. We'll do that one, and Esquire is... Actually, we'll do 2 musketeers. Wish we could do 3. Wish we could do 3. So House Carino is actually at 1800 hegemony already. But good for them.
At your command, my lady.
Right. Once the second musketeer is ready, we'll take this territory here for the Plascrete, the minerals there. And let's also look to consider what we want to do with the additional building slots that we have here. So we need more manpower for sure. So we could consider more manpower, which is recruitment office here. And that might be our best decision for Nair. Human resources regain. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that because we're going to need some more manpower. All right. And then we'll need to get fuel cells going. That's something we can do with this. So once... Oh, we have it. Good. All right. We can go ahead and take that. Fuel cells. It's not the masterpiece. It is absolutely not the masterpiece. It is... I forgot where this one is. Fuel cell factory. There we go. All right. There we go. We can go ahead and build that here. And that will increase our fuel cell production there. Get our economy going for sure. And with our 2 musketeers here in a second. Almost there.
We got the big game rifles.
And we will come over here to shower. May not win this one. Let's bring everybody. Everybody. Come on. Come over here and take care of that. Zoom out here for a second for a grand picture of things. And thankfully we're not butting up against somebody yet. Because that would be no bueno. And once they're in place, we'll go ahead and initiate. Unassigned agent. Alright, good. So let's consider this here for a second. Now, I'm not exactly an expert in the nuances of agents. It's something that I'm still kind of learning as I've played a bunch, and you know, I see the, you know, I see the benefits of going in different places. Of course, like with going here to show him, it's a great Solari, and then or Solari bonus, and then of course the intel. we don't have interactions with these guys yet. So we're not really too worried about that yet. And of course, Lanzarote's really important too, right? So we're going to possibly focus on that just because of our focus as this house. So that might be where we go. We can gain levels here. Influence +1, intel +1. So influence global production is increased by 2% per information level. Yeah, that might be where we're going to go with this one. All right, great. So we'll go there, and then we're going to go ahead and attack Shar here. So we'll lose the 200% attacking speed for the fencers, but that's okay. Because at the end of the day, they're still... Oh, look at that. They're taking a beating. Ouch. Ouch, Kabibble. Let's get over there before they start. Yeah, there we go. Now they're all by themselves, so they're gaining that 200% increase. I should have actually had the other fencing group stand out to the outside. I didn't realize that the 200% increase was just if they weren't being... Like, they weren't adjacent to another unit, so... Okay. Alright, what's next here? So... We could go with this for the exchange rate, but I also want to start looking at maybe adding agents. We could get water per controlled village. We're definitely going to probably need that. So let's go ahead and do that. We don't want to expand too far. So this might be where we go for now. This is the extent of our expansion for the time being. So we've got our fuel cell factory, and that means we're in the positive here. New village controlled. Very good. And then what do we have here? Talk with the locals. Send a military unit to investigate. Alright, we could do that. We'll send... Once these guys... Oh, they are already done. Okay. So we'll take you, send you here. Okay, the council votes. We're going to go ahead and pause. And let's look to see what we have here. Military development's completion speed is increased by 50%. I do like that. Diplomatic congresses, the elected faction gains the raised relationship to truce with every other factions, leaving truce diplomatically cost negative, or sorry, plus 50% influence. And then we have infrastructure control for negative 50% building construction costs, and ooh, that's also good too. I definitely want to focus on my infrastructure. So we're going to spend most of that here. But then we're also going to spend the rest here. Actually, let's more over here. Let's do 100 there. Yeah. That's where our votes will go for now. Unpause, and we'll come back over here to consider our infrastructure. You're doing a great job. You should be able to add. Yeah, I forgot to go and add you. I got the tech researched and forgot to add. I'm not sure we need another one right yet, so we're going to hold off on that. Raid detected. You know, we'll go ahead and build a couple militia units here. Hopefully in time. We're going to go ahead and try to stave this off. And then we're going to go ahead and build our plasticrete factory. Sorry, I'm going to do this every single time because I forgot what they look like. So, there we go. Very good. All right, cool. So, the plasticrete factory is going to be created, and we're going to take advantage of our minerals here. We should probably also build some militia here. All right, I'm going to need some more manpower, which is literally just a click away. There we go. Development research, good to go. So now we've gained a water, or +1 water per controlled village, and we have the authority cost reduced to annex villages. Plus 0.25 knowledge. Plus one masterpiece to increase relation with siege. Unlocks the investment office building. Unlocks the Museum of Unbound Arts building. Maybe that's something we should focus on. Let's go ahead and take the military base first, and then let's look to maybe start building some of these House Ikaz buildings. So, counts as 2 buildings for village traits, is not destroyed on liberation. Destroying masterpieces inflicts the loss of 10 authority and 10 lands rating. What else we have? Experimental firmness. Okay, so let's build a masterpiece. A true expression of beauty, pure and untainted by any defect its creator might have. Alright, let's take a look here. Construction possible in foliage. Alright, great. So, let's look to see what we want to do here. Do we want to add to our economy for Solari and authority production? We can also increase our harvesting rate. Or we come over here for... I mean, that's kind of where we're... That's definitely that's a consideration for sure. Because I feel like that's a bit of a soft cap for us right now. It's gatekeeping us a bit. So we could do that, or we could come over here for the research, which is also always good too, right? Plus 15% hegemony gains. I think this is a better long-term strategy, so we're going to go ahead and go with statecraft, and we'll revisit the manpower later. Alright, so we'll resolve this, and where is the siege? Arkabat. Just happened to be right there too. Alright, which is why I probably got raided. Cool, so Plascrete factory is almost done. The results are in. And great, so we've gained this, which means we can really start to focus on our infrastructure. And this was declined. And this was also supported as well. So we're going to get increase in military development speed by 50%, which is great. But most importantly, our infrastructure is going to be improved, and that's also very good for us right now. So let's look around here. Take a quick moment to pause and consider our strategies here. So our masterpiece is there. And our fuel cell factory. I'm trying to think of what else we might need here. So we've got fuel cells, we've got manpower coming in, which is great. Our Plascrete's in the positive, our Solari's in the positive. We have good authority going. Our standing is pretty decent. Let's look to see how we match up. So we're all kind of neck and neck right now. So that being said, let's consider what else we want to do. We're going to add a building slot for sure. And let's consider what we want to do with this. So, negative 20% Solario upkeep in ally villages in the region and its neighbors. Plus 1 max. Are we neighboring? We are neighboring both. I think that's probably the best thing to do with this one. We'll go ahead and take a maintenance center to reduce Solari upkeep for both of our neighboring territories here. And we'll continue forward. What do we want to do here? So let's hold off on the research. Plus 20% power to ally units in the region and its neighbors. That's probably a good thing. Otherwise, we can do an airfield for ground military units embarking on shuttles, but we don't really have many ground units right now. Not that we can't change that, like right now. Intel production or plus 1 knowledge production. You know what I should have done? I should have actually done a spice silo. Can I do one here? Let's build this here. Already upgrading maintenance center. Let's go ahead and finish that. But it says also that we can, this works for surrounding territories as well. Sorry, I got to come back over here and figure out what this was. Spice sells ally villages in the region and its neighbors gain plus 20% spice production. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Just put it closer just because it's mainly for Ulha. Alright. And we'll take care of this research. So, army logistics gains 1 armor. That's definitely good. So, we want to keep things strong, keep things powerful. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and build another musketeer, and then we'll have to wait for more manpower. So we're going to need to focus on manpower here too. We're already low on manpower. So abandoned Imperial Station. Solari production per research hub in the area. Wow, okay. That might be where we move next for sure. I mean, that's a pretty good place to take. So I like the idea of increasing our Solari production by 20. By 20. Alright, we need... Where's more... Oh, there it is. Okay, so we've got more dust here. Sorry, spice. I'm thinking of another game. My bad. Spice. Alright, so... Another universe, even. Alright, the market's open. Great. Oh, I've got tutorials left on. Sorry. I don't need to do anything just yet. This is also something I'm not super familiar with. So, I mean, I know that we're going to... Let's go ahead and buy 20 shares.
At your command, my lady.
We'll come back to it. Alright, so we have our musketeer ready. We have another musketeer up here, right? Or this is our fencer. Yeah, I'm torn between going to grab the spice or this here. But we really need to hunker down first. I want to know, is there anything over there? Probably not. Alright, so the council review. Resolution will be announced in 3 days. Construction complete. Construction complete. Alright, so we have our agent here at Landsrad. I think we do this one here. This will help us with Intel and Solari. And... yeah, I'm torn between these two. Of course, spice is important. Construction, yes. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and use this opportunity to increase our manpower. Plus 300 max manpower. Yeah. Plus 10% military power. Well, we need more manpower, period. I do like this model. It's very nice. Alright, trade request. What do you got? Fremen?
How is Arrakis treating you?
You want my spice, my plascrete, my influence, and all this? No way, yo. For 902 Solari, I'm not hurting for Solari, so no thank you. Alright, so what's next? What is next? Well, we have army logistics that we've just taken care of. We don't have a champion yet, so you can choose to pay 50% or plus 50% of the price to recruit units in 100% of the time, giving them permanently plus 20. Oh, wow. Martial perfectionism. Huh. That's pretty cool. Gain 100%, 100 Solari upon building a masterpiece. And then what is the cultural tourism here? I'm just looking at the house-specific stuff here. Other factions lose 5 influence when killing an Akazi militia. Unlocks the investment buildings. I don't know much about that. Villages at a distance of 2 regions from the garden resort gain negative 40% authority to... Wow, okay, that's actually great. village is at the distance of 2 regions from the garden resort. Now, help me remember how to build a garden resort. At 5k hegemony. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. So national mythos, or I'm gonna do martial perfectionism, especially since we're gonna be a little bit more aggressive here for just a bit. It's very likely. All right, we're gonna go to the Chum Market and buy more. Buy more shares. Buy them all. Alright, with that, though, we are going to consider our last move here before the end of this episode, which I really do believe is going to be getting more dust. We can always do... what we also have this, right? This is a problem. So... maybe we take this and we start an alliance here. What is this here? Hire them for a raid. Ooh, yeah, nice. I like that too. I do think we're going to go for the spice. Lands our council for that. Alright, so we're going to have the opportunity to vote on any of these. We'll come back to it when it's ready. And we will take you, and we're just going to leave you here actually for now. Actually, no, we're going to do... we're going to take this and we're going to provide some defense here. And it's got militia already. So, oh, we need water. We'll bring you up here.
And, my lady.
And, oh, you have an additional slot too. So let's go ahead and look at water. I'm trying to remember which one's which. +3 water, dew collector. We'll need more water. Let's build another slot here and consider what we do here. So dew collector for 0.36 water. Yeah, we might take the bonus to water there too. Have that going. I'm going to focus on building our forces for this one here. What do we need for the war banner here? Just needs 200. Requires national mythos. Alright, so speaking of that, national mythos is here. Unlocks the war banner unit. Let's do that. And we'll have that ready to go for the next episode. So come on back. And we'll continue our playthrough of the version 1.0 of Dune Spice Wars with the House Akaz, which... I'm playing a little counterintuitively because I know that they're a little more focused on, like I said, the political and hedge. But we're not really doing much of that, are we? We're not really doing as much. Why do we have tutorials on? Why did I do that? So maybe we should start looking at doing non-aggression pacts and stuff and getting the politics thing going. At least creating a more safe environment for me, right? Promising politician. What's going on here? A bright young politician is rising in the Landsrod. No matter the subject, they always manage to steer the debate toward a favorable consensus. Could use such skills. Yes, we could. Absolutely. Convince them to join you. 83 out of 100 influence. Gain 1 agent. Yes, we'll take this. So we're going to increase our influence. Minor house refugees. And ooh, we can add our plascrete production here, or receive 2 house legionaries near your main base for 500 plascretes. Lord, though we are closer to that. We are much closer to that, and I like the legionaries because that will help us get to conquering. So, come on back for episode 2. Thanks for watching. This is Rob from Explominates. Until next time, keep exploring.